Ready? When it says
we're ready.
Ready? I don't know. Are we ready? Hey!
We're ready!
Hello! And welcome to
Traveling, our first live stream. Sorry. We had a thing planned and I messed it up.
All right, well, let's just go to the intro, yeah? We're the Youngs.
We've spent our lives traveling the world.
And in 2018, we moved from
Chicago, Illinois to
Copenhagen, Denmark.
Now we want to share with you
our new lives abroad
Is keeping us young.
keeping us young.
are helping to keep us young. Hello. Here we are. This is super exciting and interesting and new to us.
We have no idea what's going to happen.
We're not sure what's going to happen. I feel like things seem to be working at the moment. This is our first time doing this.
We are not like tech people.
And while Brisket's here right now, I don't think Brisket is going to be here the whole time.
He likes this as much as being in the car, I think.
Yeah, so I'm going to put him down now, but there's a little bit of section later that we're going to talk about Brisket. So, oh my goodness, don't jump onto the couch, buddy.
Yeah, he's jumping.
So hello, thank you, everybody. We're super excited to be here.
We are. We're so excited. And we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight and all the amazing subs that we've had. We've got all these great people that we've seen you in the comments before, like Patrick. Hello, Patrick. We've seen you guys. And there's Martin and Morton. And we're so excited that everybody is joining us tonight. So.
Yeah, I mean, and we... You know, we talked about doing this when we hit 10,000 and somehow we reached 13,000. I just can't believe it. And I'm amazed. And this is not, we don't want to dwell specifically on subs too much, but it's one of our ways of knowing finding out that, you guys like what we're doing and enjoy
what we're doing.
Yeah. We don't get a ton of direct feedback, and that's one way besides comments and likes and stuff. So we really appreciate it. But importantly here, we're drinking some Polska Brew.
I'm not a beer fan.
So I hope you've got some kind of drink. This is from Heslu.
Oh yeah, Heslu. I really like this brewery. They have an amazing Kirsebär beer. That I don't know if they have it all the time, but it is so good.
There's a little bit of
I'm
glitter,
totally
so you can't
addicted
see it,
to it.
But if I hold it down, you can kind of see the graphics.
And I'm drinking out of my Chick-fil-A glass, which I think is appropriate because Chick-fil-A is a very probably non-alcoholic type of place back home. I love their chicken. But and you've got a hobgoblin glass.
Yeah, and I know there's a couple people on here who don't like beer, but I will say if you don't like beer, try the Kirsebär because the Kirsebär one is quite good and it doesn't taste beery.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I guess it was Martin earlier mentioned that he likes Mirinda drink, and we have an interesting quick story about that. So the first time we ever saw that drink was when we went on our honeymoon to Egypt.
Yeah.
And they have Mirinda orange soda.
Yeah.
And that's how people knew what Miranda's name was, because it's almost the same.
Yeah, and it was weird because people typically in the US have a hard time saying my name because I'll get Amanda and Melinda and like all kinds of variations of my name. And when we went to Egypt, everybody knew how to say my name. And I finally asked somebody, I was like, how is it that everybody knows how to say my name, but everybody's struggling with Josh's? And they were like, oh, your name is a drink. And I was like, what? And somebody was like, wait. And they came back and they had these two little bottles and it said Mirinda on one side and I think it says Mirinda in Arabic on the other side. And I was like, oh my God, that's the craziest thing.
And somebody just commented, by the way, about how they didn't realize we all wear glasses.
I was going to say something about that. This is like the debut of our glasses.
I on my part, it's basically because I'm old.
Yeah.
And I don't think we disclosed exactly what's going on, but my birthday is in 2 days and I will be 45 years old. And it was only like a year, not even a year ago, I started to notice that I couldn't even read stuff on my phone anymore.
Yeah, and now
in the morning, so I got some reading glasses. So these are new to me. And I only have it so I can read your comments. Normally I wouldn't have it on.
Yeah.
She's had glasses basically forever.
For my whole life, yeah.
I am supposed to, I've supposed to be wearing glasses my whole life, but I am kind of lazy. But I finally got glasses that I like, so now I wear them every day. But we all have separate eye issues. Runs in the family, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, and so, but sorry, we're pausing a little because we're trying to read and see what folks are writing.
I have to say hello to Claire. Claire Harrison is on, and she's one of our old friends from Brookfield. So hello.
Claire Harrison's
yes.
here. Oh my God, we went to school together.
Somebody asked quickly, and this has been asked a ton, which is, what do we do for a living? And so I'll just say that I don't say the name of my company because they're not a part of this at all.
Yeah.
They don't.
We try to be careful about
and
that.
They're not endorsing any of this, so I don't want to be necessarily connect this as a very separate part of our lives.
Yeah.
But I was in consulting, doing digital marketing projects, website development and things for many years.
Yeah.
20-ish years, and then now I work for a software company helping them grow their partnerships because I worked with a bunch of different companies, consulting and tech companies before, and that's what I do. And we're here on my visa, and then both Miranda and Maya accompany me, but Miranda's also got a gig as well.
So I actually spent many years in the nonprofit world back in the United States. I worked a long time for a higher education advocacy organization, and then I worked for quite a long time for JDRF, which raises money for type 1 diabetes research. And when we moved here, I very quickly found out that nonprofits really don't exist here the way that they do in the US, so that was a bit of a problem, but I called upon all of my Salesforce knowledge that I had built working at JDRF and actually got a job as a Salesforce consultant. And so now I'm a certified Salesforce administrator and I do business analyst work and it's a ton of fun. But I kind of am one of those people that had the midlife career change. So
I'm just gonna type something in this room real quick. Someone is asking for my TikTok, which is really funny, and I just need to.
Well, you should type it into this.
I know. I need to shamelessly plug that real quick.
What are you typing? You don't remember it?
I know. I don't remember. I have different usernames.
Well, here you can type it on this keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody asked if we can speak a little bit of Danish. Vi kan tale lidt dansk, men det er svært for mig til at tale på dansk til mennesker, fordi...
Sorry, I'm pressing buttons wrong over here. I'm sorry.
Can't you just know how to type?
Yeah.
Just do it later.
Just do it later, Maya.
Is that
Okay.
it?
That's my.
Maya's throwing me off.
I just typed my. I'm sorry.
Danish.
I just needed to type that real quick.
Glad we got the TikTok stuff out of the way.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, clearly we're. This is not exactly how all the videos go, but although we don't actually do a ton of takes, we're usually able to kind of get through stuff. But when TikTok's involved, Maya's on a one-track mind.
my God.
Sorry.
But,
I just needed to shamelessly plug myself there. You can keep going. I'm sorry.
Det er svært for mig til at forstå, når mennesker taler på dansk til mig. Så jeg kan tale dansk, jeg kan læse dansk, jeg kan skrive dansk, men det er bare svært for mig at forstå. Så I go to English too quickly.
I'm not going to try because we haven't had class. You know, we're in classes 2 days a week, but we haven't had class because of the Easter break. So it's been a while. So it evacuated my mind. Not that it was like taking up much space to begin with, but we're gonna get there. We got to get there because we got to pass the test for residency.
Yeah. And that's scary. I think we got like some of the sample tests for the Module 2 exam, and Josh was like going on and on about how difficult it was, and there were parts of it that were fine for me, but then there were other parts that I had struggled with. So
how do we like the bazillion silent letters? I like that. And the funny thing is there's silent letters in words that aren't supposed to be. Like the first part of the class, we were learning almost like the way you'd read the words.
Yeah.
And then it shifted, and now we're in this point where our teacher's like, okay, well, this is a sentence, and just ignore a bunch of these letters and these things. Don't say that.
Yeah.
And that's just so tough to keep in your head.
Yeah. And I think somebody asked the other day, don't they teach you the soft D in Danish class? And they do, but it's hard for us because in English we almost always use the hard D. We don't have a soft D. And so for us, it's just kind of automatic to use a hard D. And it's hard for us to remember when to use a soft D and like what words use a soft D. And so it's a little difficult for us.
Yeah. So.
By the way, someone just asked if I'm allowed to drink alcohol. We actually just filmed a
we
video
just
about
did a
that.
video about that. So that'll actually be up tomorrow.
And let me just say real fast, these are going so fast.
Yeah, it's
So
really
we
fast.
want to open up for some questions.
If we're unable to answer a question of yours, it's because we've missed it. Please feel free to comment later as well, and we'll do our best at a offline if we can't do it during the live stream. But somebody asked about visiting the U.S. And I will have to say, we plan to put a video together around our favorite places in the U.S. because I've been to most of the major cities in the U.S. because of being a big baseball fan, and I've gone to baseball games in every stadium in every city. I would say if I'm a tourist, I think not going to New York, but rather places like Washington, D.C., which is where I'm from, or Chicago, which is also like a lot of the amenities as New York, but not as expensive, but also a place like Nashville, which is like one of our absolute favorite places. We love Nashville. And so
Nashville's gone through a little bit of a transformation from when we lived there, but it's a little more touristy now, but it's still, I think, at its core what it is, and it is Music City, and you have to, if you like music, especially that kind of country western or like Americana or folk or anything, you have to go to Nashville.
Yeah, but I mean, Colorado is also gorgeous, and Arizona is amazing. I mean, there's so many great places to see. It's really hard to say.
We spent a week in Arizona and never got tired of the scenery. I mean, it is completely different. Going out west and seeing the deserts and stuff is just totally different experience from being in, like East Tennessee or like up in New York. And I think you could just get any kind of experience you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really quickly, I saw 2 questions about me. Someone asked how my Danish is going. My Danish is going pretty well. I mean, I go to a Danish after school, so all of my classes are in Danish and everything. And I can read pretty well. I understand people really well, and I can talk pretty well. I just choose not to really talk Danish with my friends. I know I should, but I'm pretty well off.
You're the opposite of me, where you can understand when people speak Danish to you, and you just choose to speak English back, whereas I can speak Danish, but then if people speak Danish to me, I don't understand what they say.
Yeah.
My eyes just go blank.
Someone also asked what gymnasiums I applied for this year, which I haven't gotten any acceptance things yet. I'm waiting, but my number 1 is, do you think I should say?
It's up to you.
Okay, well, my number 1 is Niels Brock in Copenhagen. There's the international school, and they have a line called Business and Science, and I really want to do that because it's still taught in Danish, but I love chemistry and biology. Those are my favorite subjects. But I also want to do like marketing as a job in the future. So.
Real fast, because these are quick answers. Things like, one is, yes, we got snow today.
Yes, we did a ton. Oh my gosh! But it was. I said in my Americans in Denmark group that it felt just like home because Chicago used to do that all the time to us. It'd be April and we get snow.
Also, I have been to Boston like 3 or 4 times actually, and Boston is a great.
Do we like Star Wars?
City.
That's
of course I love Star Wars. How can you not like? Hold on. Let me get through some of these real fast.
Sorry, it's just really quick. Someone said show the merch. I'm actually wearing it right now.
Yeah, so we just we got a couple of these. It's on Teespring we're trying out, and the link is in the description. And so we got some of these, and we also got some tote bags we've had for a couple months that we've been trying out because we wanted to
show those a little bit later.
See what they're like. Let's see. Somebody asked. A lot of people have asked if we're going to actually stick around. And I'll say that yes, we are hoping to stick around.
We have no plans of leaving.
We have no plans to leave anytime soon. Part of the Danish courses is so that we can get permanent residency, and that gives us a lot more flexibility. By the way, nobody has said anything about me not wearing a hat, unless it's I mean, I am not wearing a hat today. Specifically,
people give you so much crap for wearing a hat.
Even though I've got like such long hair.
Yeah.
But yes, no, boy, there's so many.
Well, somebody tried to say.
One more thing, real fast, before I forget, because I will forget.
Yeah.
I have taken Miranda to Egeskov. It's just she wasn't there when Maya and I went.
No, but
Miranda and I once.
Tatiana's Palace.
We drove down to the Netherlands for a music festival a year or 2 ago, and then on the way back, we came through Egeskov and saw it. So we have gone.
Yeah.
And we have traveled around. Somebody asked about traveling around. We have traveled around Europe a bit. Because we just love to do that, and but obviously we haven't in a while. And we'd go back at least once a year to the U.S. to visit family,
Yeah.
but I would go back 3 or 4 times for work, and I'd always try to, stay for a weekend and see people. So the last time I was there was December of 2019 for work. I was at a conference in Vegas, and I stopped through DC to see my parents on the way back. And you were there for work as well in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I did.
And stopped by and saw my parents in February.
I
of
made
last
sure
year.
to stop in some craft shops too. Somebody asked if we speak Danish at home. We don't do it so much with Josh. Maya and I do sometimes. We'll text each other in
sometimes
Danish.
and also sometimes when we go on
sometimes,
walks,
we go on walks.
talk in Danish.
Yeah.
And he's not here, but every now and then I speak Danish with Vilas to practice.
Yeah, and I actually push her boyfriend to force her to speak Danish. I always tell him, make her speak Danish.
Yeah, people come up to him and say that at the school too, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take we prepared a couple different videos that
and
we
it's
want to
gone
show.
off the rails because we're answering.
Sorry,
all
We
these
answered so many
questions.
questions,
There's
which
so
is
many nice
I didn't
questions.
know how many people would be writing stuff, so I'm blown
Oh my
away.
goodness, yeah.
But we
crazy.
did prepare a couple videos, and we need to show this because this is a brisket video that
Oh
I
my
want to
God,
show
the
real
brisket
fast.
video.
So
You have
let's
to
just
see
a
this.
quick
It's so
minute.
funny.
Watch this brisket video.
We bought these stairs for Brisket at Christmas time for a lovely Christmas gift. It is now April, and we still never see him use them, but the other day, Josh left the room and Brisket was on the couch, and when he came back, Brisket was on the floor. So we thought maybe he's using them. So we set up a secret hidden camera to catch him in action. I think.
All right, so
Oh my God.
his back feet, they didn't even touch the stairs. I mean, it's just hilarious that, for the longest time, he's scared of these stairs and he wouldn't go near them at all. And then I noticed that day he was like, how did he get off the couch? So I'm like, I'm gonna set up the camera and see if I can.
That was crazy. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's just completely crazy.
It's a circus dog. Why is he named Brisket? So he's named Brisket because we had our old giant coonhound. He was a big treeing walker coonhound, and when we got him, coonhounds have these big, long, floppy ears, and it's because they're scent hounds, and scent hounds have long ears so that they can waft the scent up to their nose. And Josh said that Bacon's ears were like big, long pieces of Canadian bacon, so that's how he got his name. And then when we were trying to name Brisket, we thought, well, let's give him something kind of in the same vein. And we love brisket. We have a smoker out here that we smoke barbecue quite often. In fact, we just smoked a ham the other day. And so we were like, oh, well, let's name him Brisket. So that's how Brisket came about.
Brisket is a type of meat, yes. And Brisket, he was born in July of last year, so he's not quite a year old yet.
Yeah.
We also miss Bacon. Bacon was only.
Do you miss Bacon?
But he was only 6 when he passed away.
He was my
We thought we'd have years with Bacon here.
I miss
And it's a bummer.
I am actually, I don't want to drop this bomb on everyone, but I'm more of a cat person.
Oh,
Yeah, well, we had
kind of-
Moose, our cat Moose, who
Yeah.
was 16 when he passed away.
No, he was 19.
19. Oh boy, I can't even remember.
He was
even older.
He was older than me.
Yeah, and he passed away last year.
So-
Real fast, somebody said something about NIMID. Yes, I think
And
it's
ebooks,
awesome,
too.
and I'm actually going to do a video about this. I've started writing up a script, so
Yeah, we
hold
are-
tight.
and-
We're not going to give anything away.
No, I'm not giving it away. I was just going to say I always complain because sometimes I have problems with my NIMID, and then I have to go through all these processes to fix it, and I'm always like, oh, why is this country so secure?
And yes, we need to go to the Memphis Mansion. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Which I didn't even know about until this channel and people talked about it.
Somebody told us about that. And we were like, what? There's an Elvis house in Randers? And then we looked it up and we were like, oh my God.
So real fast, I think earlier somebody asked about how we chose Denmark, which we have a video.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about some of this moving, but I know there's like a bunch of videos, so it's possible you wouldn't have seen it. But we, I had traveled a ton with work before internationally, and I knew a bunch of Danes, and I'd been here for work a couple times.
Yeah.
And when we decided that we'd try to live overseas, we reached out to people I knew at a bunch of different places. And the opportunity in Denmark was just the best.
Yeah.
It's not that we specifically chose Denmark initially. I talked to people from the Netherlands, Australia, a few different places, but this was just the best. And I have really good friends here. Thomas, who you've seen on some videos like the winter bathing video, for example, I've known him for a really long time. And another good friend, Stefan's here, and a few other people that made it even easier to choose Denmark in the end. So that's one of the big reasons why we came here, is we had some people we knew already, and I got a really good opportunity that that helped take care of the visa and all those things that are kind of scary when you're moving to a new country on how to deal with it.
Yeah, and that was really helpful. I mean, it did happen just phenomenally fast, though, because he signed with the company that brought him over in like February, I think, or I think it wasn't finalized. The visa wasn't finalized until March, and then we moved in May, and so it was just bonkers. And you left in April.
Yeah, I left in April. Actually, it's almost, I noticed on Facebook that yesterday was the day that we announced 3 years ago that we were moving.
Yeah,
and
that
I
was
think
a big
I came
secret.
April 25th maybe is
Yeah,
when I came.
it was
So
crazy.
it's almost 3 years for me.
Yeah, and Maya and I had this, big trip planned to Florida. We were going to go to the Harry Potter experience and just the two of us and have a great time. And then we had to like very quietly with both of our works be like, we have to go away for a week to Denmark. And go pick out a house, basically. And it wasn't until we came back from that, once we knew we had a house, we knew the visas were in place and that everything was set, then we announced to everybody that we were leaving, and it was kind of it was a pretty big deal.
Well, I gotta say, somebody said hello from Skagen, and our friend Thomas.
Oh my God.
I think from the first moment he met me, he said, you need to go there.
Yeah.
And we're planning to go this summer. Real fast though, before we move on, I have to say this. Behind us is this cabinet of alcohol, and I counted, and this has appeared in 13 videos, and Brisket's only been in 11 videos, so it's almost a part of the family. But I promise you I'm not an alcoholic. But because we didn't have a freezer big enough to put schnapps in, we bought a freezer just for that purpose, although we've been putting other things in it. And at the end of this, we're gonna do some birthday shots. So at the end, we're gonna grab some schnapps from the freezer that are no longer in this cabinet and do a couple birthday schnapps at the very end. So join us if you have some schnapps handy.
By the way, really quick, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Two things that someone said about me. One person said that I should get the NemID app. And I recently found out that it's mostly like immigrants and expats who have problems with NemID. We'll probably talk about it in the video. Yeah. But I have the app. I promise I have the app. I still have problems. And also, someone said it's something else, but I already forgot. Oh yeah, someone asked if I wanted to go back to the US. I have no plans. My future aspirations and plans are all here in Denmark.
Yeah,
so
you've drank the Denmark Kool-Aid.
And I'm just going to say this real fast because a number of people have asked about guns. Yeah. First of all, we purposely we try to avoid politics here because that's not the intent, but a lot of people have asked. And I'm just going to say pretty quickly, I've said a few comments before, I'm not into guns, I've never owned a gun, I don't want to own a gun, I have no interest in guns.
Yeah,
so
guns
that's
really freak me out.
Pretty much it. We've thought about doing a video at some point about guns because it's obviously very different, but I have very little experience because I've never been around handguns. I have no interest in them.
Me neither. They always freak me out when I was a kid because some of our family members like hunt and stuff and they have them on the walls and stuff, and it always freaked me out.
So I have a little different view. I'm not going to get like super into it, but I did come from...
What's your view on axes? I love axes. I'm a huge axe fan.
Great. I came from a hunting family. I grew up around shotguns and rifles and things, so I think they have their place. Obviously, we fed our family with, our shotguns and things, but that's pretty much where it ends. So I'm kind of with Josh with the handguns and things. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, those are our...
Well, somebody asked about baseball cards. You're like right at the heart of my childhood. Baseball cards. I had so many baseball cards as a kid. I would
Oh
go.
my god, you still have them.
So we
They're
have
in
a storage unit in Kentucky because we didn't know how long we'd be here, and I left most of my cards
He
there.
has, I'm not kidding you guys, he has 10,000 baseball cards.
Yeah,
I counted the number of
I have
boxes
a lot of baseball.
he has.
I used to go and like rake leaves and mow lawns as a kid to go do a baseball card convention to get baseball cards. I'm a huge fan. Ooh, archery would be interesting.
Maya loves archery.
I actually love archery,
Yeah.
and for some reason I'm actually kind of good at it. But we went to a Viking festival a while ago, and I was pretty good at it. And I remember when like Hunger Games came out when I was like 10 or something, I was super into it. And I had my own bow and arrow and that I would practice in the backyard.
All right, so we're gonna jump for a minute because what we want to show is Maya. Why don't you go ahead and actually say what this is about?
I interviewed one of my best friends back home just about high school, because I have some people ask about high school, and I mean, I have never actually been to high school because I moved here when I was 14. I mean, I have a kind of outside experience, but she actually goes there, and so I wanted to share her experience and talk to her.
All right, so here is
Amanda.
Maya interviewing Amanda just yesterday.
Hi, Amanda. So this is my best friend from America. One of my best friends from America.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
We've been best friends since like second grade, and we're still best friends now. I hope so, at least.
No, we're not.
So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about life in America and like high school, because I mean, even though I'm American and I'm a teenager, I never got to experience high school, and you do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so my first question is a question that Danish people actually ask me a lot, and that's is high school like High School Musical?
Yeah, we just are constantly breaking out in song in the hallways. That's just how it is in America, No, it's definitely. I would say if my high school experience was anything like High School Musical, it'd be 10 times better than it is now. But it's not like that, unfortunately.
I think, at least from my middle school experience, it's kind of like the movies where it's like there's like cliques and friend groups and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's real.
I mean, yeah, like I feel like the cliques are real, but like it matters less in high school. Like I feel like it mattered more to me when I was in middle school. Like I wanted to be popular and stuff, but once you get to high school, it really doesn't matter. Like you just find your own friends. What?
You wanted to be popular in middle school?
I guess not. I don't
I
know.
was not popular, that's for sure. My next question is, what like extra classes or like clubs can you take in high school?
Well, you can take my school offers a bunch of classes. I don't think it's like this for like every American high school, but my school offers we have a bunch of arts classes. So like I take ceramics right now. We have a film studies class where you basically just watch movies and then write reviews about them. We have
love to do
a
that.
photography class. We have auto tech. We have I'm taking a sociology class, which is basically like you just you like review and study like human behavior.
That's so cool.
And then I took a psychology class where you just study the human mind, and my school offers a lot of classes. We have a rock band class where you can like play like guitars and drums and you have your own band, and it's cool.
I'm jealous. So I also wanted to ask what prom and homecoming is like, because like we went to school dances in middle school together,
Yeah.
but I've never been to like homecoming or anything.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a lot different than just middle school dances, but it's 100, like a bunch of kids, teenage kids in a sweaty, gross gym. So, and like dancing to terrible music. So it's a good time though.
And everyone is 100% sober. That sounds
yes.
so much fun. In Danish, we call that like a soda party.
Really?
Yeah, it's called a soda party.
Wow.
Just like a party with no alcohol and soda.
Cool. Well, they don't give us soda there.
Not even soda? That's so lame. What do you get, water?
We get like plastic cups, and then you can fill them up with like, they have like a water thing, and then we don't really even, they don't get snacks. It's first come, first serve, and they just put a bunch of pretzels on a tray, and then like that's what you eat the whole night.
Okay, I'm not as jealous anymore.
But that is only for like homecoming and like winter formal, like those kinds of dances. For prom, it's a lot different. I haven't been to prom yet,
don't you get like real food for prom?
Yeah, you get, prom is like $90. Like it's at a different location and they decorate it and you get like real food. But that, I haven't been to prom yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's only for like seniors, like your last year in high school, right?
Well, here it's for juniors and seniors. So I can go, but I don't know if I'm going this year. So
yeah, Corona.
And then my last question is, what is it like being friends long distance? Because I've lived here for 3 years now, and I haven't even seen you in almost 2 years now.
Yeah. I think, the last time we saw each other was like 2 years ago. So,
yeah.
I mean, it was definitely a struggle at first, but I feel like you always get accustomed to things, no matter like what it is. It's just, it just takes time. And, I got accustomed to this. So
yeah, like it just feels so normal now.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could still see you on the daily, but I mean, at least we have FaceTime and whatever.
I know, and like I talked about this in another video, but there's so many times where I'm doing something or I'm somewhere and I'm like, oh my God, this would be so much fun if Amanda were there or our other best friend, Sydney. Like it'd be so much fun if they were there.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I feel like, like whenever I'm in class, I'll be like, I just like picture you being friends with kids that I meet in my school. Like I'm like, oh my, I would be friends with them because like they're so much like you. But I don't know. I do that too.
And also like there's sometimes in class where the teacher will say something and I will just start laughing, thinking like Amanda would be laughing so hard at this right now. Like we would be dying in the corner if she was here.
Yeah, we probably would be.
And also like, I don't know, you and Sydney, our other friend, and our whole friend group, you guys are just like my best friends. And I feel like even though I've been here for 3 years, no one can compare to you.
Aw, thanks.
But
same.
So thanks. But thank you so much for talking.
Yeah, of course. I hope I educated Danish people on American high school.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh, there it is.
Sorry.
Hey,
we had some technical
sorry about
difficulties
that.
there. We'll come back. We'll be back in 2 seconds.
This is our first time doing this, so.
Okay, we're back now. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
We didn't go with just a little bit of darkness, but we're all good. And I forgot there was a dead air. I used to work at a radio station for a bunch of years, and dead air terrified me so much.
My
like,
God.
what do I do if there's dead air?
Someone said, are you considering giving Maya a year more at after school? I am good because, I mean, a few reasons. One, after school is pretty expensive. And two, like, okay, actually 3 things. 2, I've already been at 2 after schools if you've seen the after school video. So I've had the experience of another one. And also, I'm turning 18 this year, and I don't want to go into gymnasium being like 19 years old.
No, definitely.
So I want to say something fast because people have asked about sports because I talk so much about baseball. We are actually big football fans.
I love football.
And we've actually been to, we don't say too much about it, but we've been to the last 4 World Cups.
Yeah, we're talking European football.
Yeah.
We've been to the Clásico in Spain. We've been to the Super Clásico in Argentina.
And we went to the last Euro Cup.
We've been to the Euro twice.
Yeah, we're big football fans. I mean, it's been weird watching it now with Corona because the games are a lot
soccer.
Different. But yeah, we
soccer. We like
soccer.
soccer.
We hate hate
We
American
do not
football.
care
It's
about
so
American
boring.
football.
I see people say they're confused. I'm calling it football because
I know, and now we're in
only-
trouble for
I'm trying to say it right.
I only watch football. The only part of the, what is it even called, the Super Bowl? I even forgot the name. Is I watch the the concert in the
Martin,
middle.
Yeah.
Martin wants to know why the Americans call it football when they don't use their foot on the ball. That is an excellent question.
I mean,
and
they
I
do.
have asked
That's how
for
they-
many years.
I mean, that's
I don't
how they-
understand.
We don't have, we do not have the answers to that.
The Super Classico in Argentina was insane. We went to La Bombonera where Maradona played for the Boca Juniors, and it was crazy.
It was at the Boca Stadium, and Boca won, which was
Bombonera.
good.
Oh my God, yeah.
But we were actually like escorted inside.
Yeah.
We bought tickets for this tour group, and they escorted us inside, made sure we were safe, and then took us out after. But I've actually been back to Argentina another time. It wasn't a Boca River match.
and you
but
ended up
I
in
went
the
to a
wrong
game.
section.
I went with a friend from work who I was there for work, and he got us in the 12th man stuff that's like right behind the goals, and it was just like. It was just a hot sweat of guys without shirts on and smell and intense. And we watched like half the match.
Yeah.
And they were playing Racing, which is also a local Buenos Aires team.
Yeah.
So we watched half and bailed before anything got rowdy. But it is amazing to see matches there.
Yeah. I
Really,
will. Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say really quick. Someone asked a question about the video with Amanda. Someone said, oh my God, I have to scroll back, sorry, because I cannot remember a thing. It said, what did your friends say when you told them you were moving to Denmark? What did they know about Denmark? Well, I mean, my friends were pretty sad because they obviously didn't want me to move, but they were like, I mean, they thought it would be cool. And now they think it's cool when we talk about Denmark, but not that many people in America know
about Denmark.
I mean, they know it's a country, but that's
They get
the
it
extent.
confused with the Netherlands.
Yeah,
a
which
lot,
is so weird.
which
Like I
don't
remember I
understand
told
why.
my teacher, we were talking about spring break, and my teacher used to ask me like, oh, what are we doing for spring break? What's everyone doing? I said that we were going to Denmark to go pick out a house to buy when we moved here. And they were like, ooh, Denmark, I love the Netherlands. And I was like, the what? And then I remembered that, but I was like, maybe it was just a misunderstanding. So then I asked him about it later. I was like, yeah, I'm going to Denmark. It's a really cool place. And he was like, oh, yeah, the Netherlands I've heard is so great. I'm like,
No!
Okay, back up. Why do you keep saying that?
By the way, we do root for the Danish national team.
Yes.
We actually we went
did.
to one of the matches.
Yeah.
They had a friendly with Mexico before the last World Cup that we went to. That was basically right after we moved here. And then when we were at the World Cup in Russia, we watched their last match against Croatia from the fan zone.
Yeah. Oh, it was such a
that was in,
heartbreaking
I guess,
match.
St. Petersburg maybe. But it was
Yeah.
very exciting.
So exciting.
I don't know all the players' names and stuff though, unfortunately. But we definitely, when there's a big event happening, we definitely watch. And I mean, the U.S. didn't even qualify for the last World Cup.
No, and Denmark actually made it pretty far the last World Cup.
Yeah, they did.
No offense to Denmark, but I was kind of impressed. I'm sorry, guys, but like...
Well,
I feel like
it makes up for America being
no,
terrible.
No, but
so.
also like if you look back at the group that they were put in, it was pretty impressive. It was like France and Peru and other stuff.
they had
So
a
I was
tough
like,
group.
I was pretty proud.
They did. Somebody asked, I got super excited because right before we came back, somebody asked what our thoughts were on Lord of the Rings. I know these two.
No, hey,
you like it.
back up. I love Lord of the Rings.
I am a giant Lord of the Rings nerd.
Me
like,
too.
Huge. I have watched all of the movies. I've read all of the books. I've read the Silmarillion. I have read the Children of Durin. I have read everything. And I am like a giant nerd. So.
Did I know that Denmark won the European Cup in 1992? I think that's the first thing people tell you when you get off the plane. Between that and the
That and
flag
Kim
falling from the
Larson.
sky
Yeah.
and Kim Larson, those are
Kim
the first three
Larson.
things you learn when you get here.
Yeah.
Actually, we've never really watched handball, and I'm interested, but because of Corona, I couldn't really get together with people. So when everything's back to normal, I really want to watch handball with somebody to explain it to me.
It looks really exciting. Like, it looks like it's maybe something kind of like racquetball almost, but
Yeah.
it looks really cool.
I mean, it's interesting. It's just I don't know the rules, so I need to sit with somebody to teach it to me.
Really quick, someone commented what Frodo's shoe size is, and I just want to say a really quick fact that I looked up. I always watch the movies and was like, oh, Elijah Wood, who plays Frodo, is so short, I wonder how tall he is. And he's taller than me, and that makes me so angry that I am shorter than a hobbit.
And I do know that the Queen illustrated the first Danish translation of Lord of the Rings. We actually happened to go to an exhibit about her, and they had a bunch of the illustrations that she did, and she is an amazing artist. I think it is so awesome that she sent those off to Tolkien and that he basically gave his blessing. Like, I know she's the queen, but I feel like I don't care who you are. If you send your illustrations off to somebody that you respect like that, and they come back and say this is exactly how I would have illustrated, like I would be over the moon. Like I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
So somebody asked earlier if people have come to us from the U.S. Early, we actually had quite a few people visit us. From the U.S.
Yeah, we
friends and
did.
stuff early that first year and a half, and they all really, really enjoyed it. We only stayed in Copenhagen because they weren't here long enough to get out of Copenhagen, but some of them want to come back again, and then we're definitely going to venture off because we've obviously, as you've seen in some of our videos, gotten a chance to see more than just Copenhagen, and we really enjoy other places outside as well. So hopefully we can get some friends and go a little bit further. But when folks only come for 4 or 5 days, it's hard to get too far outside.
What's your favorite Danish food? Flødekartofler.
Oh yeah,
I could
flæskesteg sandwich.
Eat flødekartofler
And
all day long.
And people asked about TV shows. We don't watch a bunch of Danish. Like I'm the main TV watcher in the family, and since I don't speak Danish, I don't watch a ton. But I have watched The Rain. I have watched The Bridge. I have watched some of The Killing. I can't remember the Danish name of that. It's a very long word, but that was actually redone in the U.S. And and so I've watched a few things, and we also listen to some Danish music. Jonas Blacksmith is a really cool band, and they're going to tour in the fall. We're looking forward to going to see that show. I think we're going to listen to more Danish music, since I believe when the music scene starts again, it's primarily going to be Danish artists and not as many non-Danish artists traveling through. So we're definitely going to get some Danish music in more soon. And you like that one band, Jung? How do you say
Young!
it? Jung?
Yes, I love Young. If they're watching this, tell I love you. I
don't know.
listen to them all the time.
What Danish artists do I listen to? I know I've recently been listening to this Danish band that I know Vilas listens to called Ulkan Kunstner. I don't really know what that word means, but
Kunstners.
Lucas
I know that's artist,
Yeah.
but I don't know what Ulkan means. But
Who did we see in the drive-in?
Mads Larsen. Mads Langer.
Mads
No.
Langer.
Mads Langer.
Mads Langer.
I love him too.
Yeah.
I know it makes it seem like I don't love him that much because I couldn't remember his name, but
Unknown artist.
Oh yeah, that's what that means. I like their music.
Everybody's writing unknown.
I like their music.
It'll catch up now to actually where we said it.
Iron Maiden. That's old school. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not so into heavy metal.
I do like a good Metallica song though. Come on now.
secretly-
Enter Sandman, you can't go wrong with
I mean,
that.
I listen to a lot of genres.
Aqua, come on now.
I listen to a lot of well, Aqua's Danish.
I know, but
I
like,
listen-
like what song?
The peak of Danish music, Aqua. But I listen to a lot of different genres of music, but I secretly listen to a lot of rock music. Like old rock music.
I will say actually, so funny enough, we have friends that are good friends with the drummer for Anthrax, and we've gotten to hang out with him some, but
Super
it's
nice.
just kind of random because he lived close to where we lived in Illinois.
Yeah.
Nephew, I know. My friend Peter, if you've seen the drinking videos, has tried to get me onto Nephew, and it didn't really work so well. And I'm not going to say anything about Kim Larson because I want everybody to still like us. So I'm going to just leave it at that.
I do like Nags, which I think is from the 80s. I probably said that incorrectly. I really like them. Like, they did Mr. Swing King. I love that song.
Someone at
And somebody asked if we like country. We have to clarify, we don't like bro country.
Okay, I secretly like bro country. Don't but I secretly sometimes am just really in the mood for some bro country.
We like Americana, which is more like kind of what country was really back in the 50s and 60s, I think. It's a lot more folky and a bit more indie. Lars Ulrich is from Roskilde, I think.
Someone just asked a really interesting question.
Jacob Dennison, actually. Sorry, we did see him at the Tuna Festival. He's super good. Sorry,
someone really quickly asked if I ever dream in Danish, which is a very interesting question. And
I've had one dream where I spoke Danish.
I do sometimes dream in Danish. Yeah, like when I dream about school or with my friends. I like have dreams about my friends. I dream in Danish.
Well, let's since we were talking a bunch about music,
Oh my.
let's go into this. So here's
Get
the deal.
ready.
Here's the deal. Somebody asked earlier, I didn't respond yet, if my guitars are just for
They're
decoration.
not.
They're not just
He
for
plays
decoration.
them a lot.
I play.
He's
So
quite good.
last
We all
night,
play music.
Miranda and I recorded ourselves singing a song, and
Someone said I have nightmares in Swedish. I'm sorry, that's really funny.
and this is not something that we're not professional singers. So please give us a little bit of grace when you watch this. But it's from Drew Holcomb, who, as I've talked on other videos, he's like one of my favorites. And it's funny because I did a test of the stream last night to make sure everything was working. And when I did the test, I played that recording, and the copyright people recognized the song. So we did it well enough for the copyright folks to know that we played the song, The Wine We Drink. So we're going to jump to that. Miranda and I, please give us a little bit of grace here, singing a little Drew Holcomb to show that my guitars are not just for decoration.
No. He's
I have a tendency to laugh at all the wrong moments. Sometimes I forget the words to my own song. I'm not the silent type or an exit sign or a yellow brick road. You are the one thing that I know. It's in the wine we drink, dirty dishes in the kitchen sink, and the lights go out till the sun comes up. We are not alone. It's in the miles we drive, never having to say goodbye to the things we tell each other without saying a word. You are the one thing that I know. There's a beauty that we never know what the future holds beneath the surface. We are the calm, we are the storm. I'm not a sunset or a hurricane or a Vincent van Gogh. You are the one thing that I know. It's in the wine we drink, dirty dishes in the kitchen sink, and the lights go out till the sun comes up. We are not alone. It's in the miles we drive, never having to say goodbye to the things we tell each other without saying a word. You are the one thing that I know. It's in the wine we drink, dirty dishes in the kitchen sink, and the lights go out till the sun comes up. We are not alone. You are the one thing that I know. Okay, hold on. Hey!
Yay!
So if you've not listened to Drew Holcomb, you must listen to Drew Holcomb, because I promise you, him and his wife singing that song in the band
It's
is
so much better.
so much better. But
We do
that's
our best.
he's the reason why I started learning guitar. I really love his music, and I really wanted to learn to play it. So that's really why I sat down and try to learn his music, because it's so good. It's peaceful, positive stuff. So listen to Drew Holcomb, The Neighbors, and The Wine We Drink. His version is even better than us.
Someone said now it's Maya's turn. I just want to say I sing on my own. I don't.
You're a really good singer.
you. Maybe at some point
she is really.
I'll
Now
do
do
something.
Rammstein. No.
Also,
thanks.
someone was asking why I keep looking over here. Our computer with the comments
Yeah,
is right
we're
here.
watching
But
the
I
computer.
have eye issues that my glasses do not solve. So if you see me like this, it's just because I can't read.
And thank you for the positive,
Yes,
all the
thank
clapping
you.
and stuff.
It's like so weird to sing in front. We sang for a friend's wedding, and we sang like I don't know what 7 songs I think.
And that was one of them, but that was before I started learning finger picking. Actually,
yeah. And he sits. Not so much lately, but you did for a while.
Because I'm doing YouTube stuff now.
Yeah, now we're doing YouTube
Really
things.
quick,
But
my
before
friend-
YouTube, he would sit every night and work on finger picking. So
Really quick, my friend from school, Fiona, just said hi to me, so I just want to say hi back. It's so nice that people from America from my school are saying hi.
Fiona.
Hi, Fiona.
We miss you, and tell your mother I said hello.
Boy, let's see.
What's more confusing, Fahrenheit?
Need to learn
Celsius
Kim
or
Larson
Fahrenheit?
songs.
Someone asked how much Danish I speak in school. None. Don't tell anyone. I speak it when I have to, like during presentations and things that are graded, then I speak Danish. But in my free time when I'm just talking with friends, I just want to be able to talk like everybody else without issues, so I just speak English.
Yeah. We're learning metric. I'm getting
have
to the point
so
where
many
like
opinions
I try not to do, if I'm doing Danish recipes and stuff, I just don't even like convert. I just use whatever it is. The temperature and stuff is still hard though.
I have so many opinions about this. So, I mean, I really don't understand they use the, yeah, we use
metric.
we use imperial.
We use
metric.
empirical.
Sorry,
Yes.
like American is coming out. I don't understand metric still. I always have to convert stuff. And then with centimeters and Fahrenheit, I don't want anyone to come for me, but I feel like when you're talking about the weather, Fahrenheit
You mean
makes
Celsius and Fahrenheit?
What did I say?
You said centimeters.
Oh my god, everyone's gonna think I'm that American. I'm so sorry. Celsius and Fahrenheit, when you're talking about weather, I feel like Fahrenheit makes more sense, but when you're talking about cooking and science, I think Celsius makes more sense.
Yeah. Somebody
Those are my
asked,
opinions.
"Are you tired of pork yet?" I have to say, my dad was in the army and he was stationed in Germany for 6 years, and I was actually born in Landstuhl, Germany. And they learned so many German recipes when they lived in Germany, and so I grew up eating a ton of German food, like pork 50 million ways, potatoes 50 million ways. Like my family's all from the Midwest, which had a bunch of like German immigrants, and so I can't get enough of like Danish pork and potatoes, so I'm doing just fine.
Someone said something, by the way, people were making comments about the centimeters thing. I'm so sorry, that was really funny.
What?
Also, someone said they like my 70s style.
Oh,
Thank
mine
you
does
so
have
much.
a very 70s style.
Thank you.
Patrick asked a few times about our views on digital life here. We're gonna do some more videos on that
Yeah,
stuff, like
I
MID
think-
and a few things. So just hold tight because I think it's actually quite interesting. Converting to all the NIMID and eBox and all the digital world here is very different than the US. So I won't say too much because I'm planning on doing some videos on this.
Someone asked why I think Fahrenheit makes more sense when talking about the weather. It's just because, like, if it's like in Fahrenheit, if it's 100 outside, that means it's really hot. And if it's 0 outside, that means it's really cold. But here, I don't know, I just don't get it because if it's, I guess it's
I think
like
it's just we're
hot
used
if
to
it's
it.
30.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. But I feel like Celsius makes more sense for cooking and science because 0 is freezing,
Yeah.
100 is boiling.
I will
But
say now that I'm still getting used to like how much volume a milliliter or a centiliter or a deciliter actually represents, but I will say that is so much easier to think about, because it's all broken out by tens. Whereas empirical, it's all, weird like teaspoons and things like that. So that is easier. It's just hard because that's what we grew up with, and so it's hard to break out of that. And because you just understand in your hands, like I know in my hands what a pound feels like, and so it's hard to convert that to then metric system, which I don't know what even a pound in metric would be.
really quick, people are asking me some questions. I'm sorry, I feel like you keep interrupting. We're back. Sorry,
Oh my God, we're back.
sorry. We're back.
I plugged the camera in. I plugged it in. I plugged it in.
back.
But it's still the battery. It's still carried
said
over
you
the
plugged
battery.
it in.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
we're back. Sorry. Some people were asking some questions. Now I have to go back because all the comments are like, battery dead, battery dead.
Sorry. Next time. So originally, I had these breaks with this music and stuff so that I could change batteries. But then I found the plug to plug it in the wall, so I thought it wouldn't matter.
No.
But apparently, it still kind of does matter.
Still
It drains the
matters.
battery anyway.
Unrelated, but someone commented that
Joshua,
you should go bald. I just wanted to add.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know. I have two of my favorite things about me. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't like about me. Not a
Oh
lot
my
of
God,
things,
that
but,
sounds so
I
sad.
didn't mean that, but there's things that you're critical of yourself. But I like my hair and my voice, so.
He does.
can't-
You
they
have,
can't go away.
Well, you're lucky that you got your dad's hair and not
Yeah.
your mom's.
My grandfather, who
dad's
lived
hair.
to be 101
He had
years
a
old.
full head of hair and
At
all of his
101 years.
faculties until the day he died.
Yeah.
He was 101 when he died. I love that man. He was such a sweet man.
I'm a little stressed after the whole
Yeah, I
battery
know,
situation.
right? Like,
Now I even have my glasses on. I can't see. I just see
you
scrolling.
can't see
but-
anything.
So, boy, we're like getting close to an hour here.
I don't want to go though. So,
I know.
someone commented.
I know. I tried.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I tried to plug it in without the battery, but a battery had to be inside of it.
Someone commented
yeah.
again. They commented asking if I go to parties. We are actually just filmed a video kind of
Yeah,
about
we
that.
did, yeah.
But I don't really get invited to that many parties. So if you guys have parties, just call me because I don't get invited anywhere.
Somebody asked about brisket. We do make brisket in Denmark, and
Yes, we do.
we actually where we get it from a butcher in Farum, and we've talked to him. And we're gonna do another Smallbro episode with him,
Yeah.
and he's gonna teach us a little bit about it. So hold tight in a couple weeks, and you'll see exactly where we get our meat for brisket. Because super nice guy, great meat. We get everything
Your
there,
dog.
and he's a really nice guy. So
Cook brisket.
no, I don't eat
We
my
won't
dog
cook
brisket.
Somebody did say make more American food tutorials. We'd love to. We've talked about making like a chicken and waffles video because we love chicken and waffles. That's another
very
very
American
very
combo.
southern dish. But the biscuits and gravy one didn't go so well.
Our video.
And I don't know if it's just because I will fully acknowledge that biscuits and gravy looks absolutely
Wait, I think
disgusting.
what?
Hashtag save brisket. That's great.
Save brisket,
That's super
yeah.
good.
But I will fully say that save brisket now. Biscuits and gravy looks disgusting. It tastes like $1 million, but it looks gross. So maybe we just need to try something else.
Someone said make poutine. That's a Canadian thing, though.
Poutine. I love poutine, though. We had poutine for the first time when we went to, oh my God, what was the name of the team that was in Montreal?
Oh, the Expos.
The Expos. So we went to go see the Expos one last time. I think it was their last game that was actually at the stadium there before they actually came down to Washington and became the Nationals.
I'm so sorry. I'm so close to the computer. I cannot see.
Well,
I'm
you're
sorry.
related to me, so.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, SOS! My dad loves SOS, by the way. I know exactly what you're talking about.
SOS?
It's, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube without getting in trouble. It's beep on a shingle. Starting with S.
Okay.
SHIT
I see.
on a shingle.
Oh, I I'm trying to read the comments. My eyesight is so bad. Mine needs Okay.
No,
someone
she
said I need
just
some
got
glasses.
glasses.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I don't need new glasses.
This is crazy.
Okay, we'll talk about this really quick. But
Yeah.
I don't need new glasses. My glasses are fine. But I have this eye condition.
Which we just found out about. We had no idea that she had this, and it makes me feel really bad.
Yeah, but basically I can't see things that are really close to my face. Maybe you can go to the camera and give a little.
I don't.
But if I try to look at my nose, it just looks like this. And
Yeah,
that's my
so-
problem.
It's called convergence insufficiency, and she can't. We didn't know this, and she can't focus on things close up.
Yeah, but
And
it
she
kind of
was-
sucks because
you can't-
my glasses are because I can't see things far away, and my eye condition makes it so I can't see things close, so I can't
Yeah.
see anything ever.
So I felt really bad because like a couple weeks ago she was like, "Hey mom, are my eyes supposed to do this when I focus on things?" And like her poor little left eye just like went off on its own, and I'm like, that's not supposed to happen.
Some people have asked about where we're going to go in Denmark. Just assume everywhere, because we've basically got maps all over the place of all the places that we want to go to. So we're going to go.
Did we lose the video again?
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, it seemed to be slow.
Are we
What's
still
happening?
here?
Oh.
I see a lot of Fs.
Hold on. What's happening?
I'm gonna turn my.
I think it's an issue.
Oh,
This.
and then
This is the problem.
yeah.
We're working it out. We're working it out. Here.
Well, I don't know what to do because it says it's excellent. I don't know what the problem is. Is there? I don't know if there's.
told
Can
the
you see us? Hold on. Is it? Are we
Can
here?
you guys see us?
Okay.
Oh.
Comment if you can see us.
Maybe let's just. I think
No,
we
it's
should
very
probably.
laggy.
Let's get to the very. I think it's YouTube because I mean it says. Oh no, this says it. Oh, this does say that it's kind of slow here for some reason. It might be a YouTube thing.
Okay, they said the sound
okay,
works
the
fine.
stream is buffering.
You can
okay,
hear
sound
us.
is fine
Okay.
if the
Well,
video is lagging.
let's.
Okay.
Okay, now it says not receiving enough video, and
You're
you might
breaking
be
into
experiencing
this.
buffering.
Okay, but at least
We're sorry.
if you can hear us, that's great. It says you can hear your voice fine.
And I'm
We'll
getting a
talk then.
message. It's a little slow.
Now it's
Yeah.
like a podcast.
Uh-oh.
It's a podcast.
Okay, maybe
now.
I can do this. Oh no, but that's gonna stop the stream if
No,
I do
don't
that.
stop the stream.
We are we're
Hold
not
on.
good at.
I'm gonna do something here.
We got a PowerPoint of
The audio's fine. Okay, well that's good.
Okay, I'm
the
gonna-
Oh,
audio's-
they can see us now. They see us
Can you
now.
see us now?
We can hear us now. The stream is just buffering. Okay.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you can hear us now. Someone said we can hear you clearly, but vision
Maybe
is
now
Okay,
it's time
hold
to
on.
do the
Let's do the shots, and I think it's
Yeah.
probably a good time
Yeah,
to wrap
yeah,
this
yeah.
up.
You can't see us, but they are doing shots.
From the freezer.
We bought a freezer just for you guys. We bought a
Well, it's for
whole
me.
freezer because we had so much alcohol that you guys told us to buy, and then everybody kept getting mad because our alcohol wasn't from the freezer, and we have a tiny freezer. So Josh went and bought like a standing freezer.
Yeah, we couldn't fit the Rue Alberg and stuff inside of it.
Yeah,
So
Someone said this is a podcast with 2 frames per second. That's pretty accurate. It's just a podcast now.
We're
I mean, I could stop.
sorry.
I mean, I'd hate to stop it and start it again.
No,
this
we won't
thing.
stop it. We won't stop it.
Okay, we're just gonna. It's a good time to end. It's been an hour.
Yeah, it's been an hour.
So we're gonna take a
we're gonna
shot
kick it out.
for the 1 frame per second that you can see us
We
taking
have
the shot.
steps.
1 shot per frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you not gonna have
Are
it?
you not gonna drink?
Oh my god. What,
Come on,
what is
do
My
it.
birthday
Do
shot.
it. Skull.
Skull.
Ugh. That was, oh my
Ah.
god.
Yes.
All right.
Puts hair on your
Oh.
chest.
I'm so sorry about the 2
Blech.
frames per second. I wish it was much better than that.
It was Ruth Alborg.
But
yes.
we're gonna say goodbye now. But we will definitely do more live streams. This has been a ton of fun.
Someone said we should try Twitch. We can
Oh, yeah,
do,
maybe.
we can
Possibly.
think about that
Maybe
next time.
Oh gosh.
It is a Danish tiny freezer, yes. So anyway, we will try to answer some of these questions later that we didn't get to, especially now because things are going. But we're gonna say goodbye because the stream is starting